Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Last Week in AOE, episode number 3. My name is Hawk, and yes, I am back. I know we didn't have an episode for the last month and a half or so, but the end of summer, moving back into college, it turns out that self-producing all your videos, recording, editing them, takes a lot of work, and I'm hoping to get back to at least some semblance of a regular schedule. Starting now with this episode, we've got some great matches to cover. There's a lot of stuff happening in AOE, and it starts with the matches that were happening off stream. First up, we're heading over to the Titan Esports Conqueror League, which, by the way, they play every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on their Twitch channel, Titan Esports with a Z. I'm a caster there. Check us out. It's fun. You can hear my voice. And you know who's also there? AOE Team 1. They have been taken on teams. They're in week 7. Unfortunately, they did end up falling to Monkey Hands Signs in that league. They dropped to 1-5, still awaiting a makeup game against Costa Gaming Rampage. But never fear if you're a fan of AOE, because Costa Gaming Rampage has not exactly been a top of the table team, and there is a big pack of teams at about 2 or 3 wins, and every team also makes playoffs, so they're downloading the data. They just need 1 or 2 more wins to shoot up that table, and I know they'll be able to make their mark. Rats of Chaos, Cyclone, these two guys still insane in that league. Fright Knight able to facilitate the plays. Medolce on the bottom side too, such a rock with Damien Durst as well. Reliable as always on the top lane. So these guys, they're getting better. I've been watching them. Check out Titan Esports. I know that they're on the cusp of getting some clutch wins. Now over to our other 2 on-stream matches. We do have some excellency heavy league action with AOE Hope taking on 4 Monkeys 1 Coach, getting a clean 2-1 win rate there, as well as AOE Unleashed taking on MG, getting a 3-0 win in that one. They play a 3 block, not a best of 3, so it means that any win matters. It's about how many games you can win, not just winning the series. So taking that 3-0 win is absolutely clutch. So congratulations to AOE Hope and AOE Unleashed, who I believe are in their first splits together as a squad. I don't want to speak too soon there, but I haven't seen these 2 teams pop up yet. So I believe in their first splits, looking pretty good so far. And also shout out to Coach Dylan, moving up to be the coach of AOE Hope as well. And now it's time to jump into the stream matches for this week. The first one up is going to be AOE Phenomenon taking on Glacial Gaming in AVL, and they took another 2-1 win this week. Not the cleanest 2-1 win, dropping game 1, but they managed to bring it back in the next 2 games to take a win nonetheless. Tears of Winter making Victor look like an actually good champion, as we can see in this clip right here. He's 3-0 here in game number 3. It doesn't even matter that Glacial's got 3 dragons. They're diving between 2 turrets. Kindred ult going down. Zillion having to be used on himself. Misfortune doing a whole hell of a lot of damage, but look at Tears of Winter on the backside. He's gonna die, but it doesn't matter because the AoE has been done. And Dot here on the Gnar, running him down. Rock Boom trying to get the slows as well. Jumping in, dumped back by the set, but guess what? It's Mega Gnar time, and he's got the flash. He's going in. It's going to be a triple kill for the Gnar. He's gonna throw the boulder at him, the spaceship at that. It's a quad for Dot on the Gnar. And like I said, Tears of Winter, master performance on Victor this series, actually making Victor not look like a bad champion. Well, okay, I maybe am a little too harsh. Victor isn't terrible right now, but definitely not what I would have picked. But doesn't matter if Tears of Winter is making it look awesome. Put on just a massive carry performance here in game number 3. We're jumping over to the final fight. He's 13-2-5. He's got a hat in his inventory. It doesn't matter that they have a Vel'Koz in a set doing the AoE damage, because Tears of Winter just does more. Rock Boom as well, finding the slows. Hex missed, nice Kindred ult right there, keeping himself alive. It does keep Popang alive for a bit, but doesn't mean a damn thing. It's just a Sejuani. They're going to run him down. That's a triple kill for the Victor, 16-2-7. The entirety of AOE Phenomenon playing very well in this series. They did the tried and true give up the first 4 dragons to take Elder and win the game strategy in game 3. And you know what? It worked like a charm. So congratulations to AOE Phenom finding themselves a nice 2-1 win over there in AVL. And the last team we're going to be covering this week is none other than AOE Maine. For those of you that may not know, they came in second place in EGL Summer Showdown. That meant that they got an auto bid to the main Tier 1 Proving Grounds. They're taking on academy teams. They're taking on the best teams that Amateur has to offer. This is the highest level of League of Legends available in North America outside of the LCS, and AOE is a part of it. They were in their first series of Tier 1 Proving Grounds up against C9 Amateur, and a hell of a 2-1 series it was. Unfortunately, 2-1 not in our favor. It was 1-2. C9 Amateur does take the win, but that doesn't make it any less exciting. Early games looked like a bit of a struggle for AOE, and I have to think a bit of it was just nerves. I feel like there were some uncharacteristic mistakes, particularly from Dark Wings and RBM. Just, you know, misplaying a couple fights. I think it was just the nerves being on the big stage on the main LCS stream with I think it was like 7,500 viewers at the peak that I saw, at least while I was in there. I mean, that is a lot of people to be playing in front of. That would certainly stress me out to be on that stream. So, you know, first series in Tier 1 Proving Grounds, to even take off a win against C9 Amateur, who has looked like one of the better teams so far in Amateur. Definitely, you know, not a small feat. But like I said, doesn't make it any less exciting because it's game number 1. AOE, as you can see on screen, they're down 7,000 gold. It's C9 Amateur trying to take Baron, but RBM, I've been saying it for years, this guy is just cracked. He's one of the best junglers in Amateur. For the blind, he is the light, something other copy pasta. That's the Baron seal coming through, flash out of the pit, and the fight will ensue. Breezy first on the chopping block. Speedo, he's trapped in the pit. Wixie forced to flash away. RBM just buying time on the back side. Speedo was doing so much work on this Renekton. It was absolutely ridiculous in the mid game. The healing from the Gore Drinker coming through. Look at that. I mean, that was changing fights early on, but it wasn't enough to change it this time. It's 2 kills and a Baron getting taken by AOE, and guess what? 20 minutes later, it's 45 minutes in the game. AOE, they're knocking on the door. Mega Inferno Bomb not going to do a damn thing. Faisal, the nice Gnar into the wall, finds 2. Kite back is good by the side of C9, but the mages, they just don't have the damage to finish it off anymore. The Ziggs can't do it. The Xerath can't do it. Last Nexus turret will fall. Faisal going to start backing. He has the teleport. RBM still has the Guardian Angel online. It's 4v5 in the Braze. Breezy is down. RBM going to the GA. Dark Wings trying to do the damage. I mean, 15 minutes into the game, we didn't actually know if AOE was going to be able to end here, but with Xu, going into the Guardian Angel, they finally managed to push C9 back and take the win in game number 1. I mean, absolute craziness in that first game. For the blind, RBM is the light, and he certainly helped AOE to that clutch win, but unfortunately it was not meant to be in this series as we hop over to game 3. AOE, this time they're 8,000 gold down, and this time they will not find a miracle. Solar Flare finding 2. Breezy in general had an absolutely amazing series. Really impressive support performance from him. Shockwave going wide there from Dark Wings. And that's the kind of thing I was talking about. The Haymaker from Faisal was big, but I mean, Sketch Streams, he just can't do enough. Wixie also had a pretty phenomenal series there in the bot lane, playing extremely well on the Ezreal. Massive game from him. Congratulations to C9 for taking the win. And I know AOE will be back and ready to rumble this week in Proving Grounds. It was exciting already, and I'm sure they will only be ramping up. And that's going to do it for this episode of Last Week in AOE. Thank you so much for joining me once again if you have made it this far. I hope you enjoyed. I hope we can continue to follow AOE through their journey and the Amateur League of Legends scene, as this organization has taken the scene by storm over the course of 2021. Tried to keep this episode a little bit shorter. It eases my burden of trying to edit all this together. Hopefully saves a bit of time, and hopefully means I can try to be more consistent for you all. But I have been Hawk. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next week.